Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Florida fans, today didn't come as a surprise. It kind of felt inevitable that we knew we'd read this headline that they have officially fired Coach Napier halfway through the season. Okay, so I thought I'd give my reactions personally to reading the news from ESPN that Coach Billy Napier has been fired from the Florida job. Coming into this season, when you looked at who they had coming, it was going to be a tough schedule. We've known this since the spring. We knew that they had the toughest strength of schedule, and like 2 weeks ago or something, when I was previewing the schedules and stuff during a stream, we looked, and of their final 7 matchups, 5 or 6 of them were against ranked opponents, excluding like Mississippi and Auburn, I believe. But we knew that the Texas game was going to be ranked. They ended up winning that one. But then everybody else, I still think they have to play LSU. They still have to play, there's a handful of teams we knew. And then to end the season as well, they got to still play Florida State as well. But I don't think Florida State's going to be ranked too. Because weirdly, I think FSU and FSU, Penn State, and Florida, they had really, high praise. There was a lot of good, positive, things to anticipate for this season, but we have seen how it has played out. And after the start that they have had, Florida's decided to part ways with Billy Napier. My thoughts on it is it's expected, and this noise got really loud. I feel like, kind of watching it from an outsider perspective, not actually a Florida fan, I think this noise got really loud when they lost week 1 to Cam Ward last year. But then it's okay, let's just see how it goes, because there's one point when they turned their season around this time last year, where they won, I believe, 5 of their last 6, where it's okay, here we go. We're going to turn this a little loose. We're going to keep riding with this wave. We'll still stick with DJ Lagway. We're still going to stick with Coach. And then we saw what the schedule was like this season. And personally, I thought at worst they could go 8-4, at best undefeated, obviously, because there was a lot of people, giving it high praise. But when you look at who they got, because that's not to also mention they still got to play the Florida-Georgia game, to 6-6 would have been a win, and getting to a bowl game would have been a win, just considering who they played and how many ranked matchups they'd get. And I think they, as well, with Auburn and Alabama and LSU and Vandy, it's the SEC cycle. Everybody's playing everybody else, and everybody's going to be ranked by the time they run into everybody else. But just this time, they're not successful. They're sitting right now at a 3-4 record with 3 more pending ranked championships coming up: Ole Miss, Tennessee, and the Georgia game, like I'd mentioned. So, was it a little bit of a reach and an overreaction to fire him now? Maybe. Potentially. We'll just see where the rest of this season goes. I still think Florida and Penn State and Florida State, some of these teams that are struggling, I do still think they can reach that 500 record where they can get to a bowl game. We will just have to see. I think, though, let's not kid ourselves. Florida's not going anywhere. I think, which I say this jokingly, and this, hell, let's have this be how I end this video. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Franklin and Napier just switched spots. I really wouldn't. There's been lots of talk about Coach Cignetti is going to be getting the Penn State job, but then Indiana inks him in for a long-term deal. And then with Franklin and Napier both getting fired, and then everybody getting a lot louder on Norvell getting fired, the head coach of Auburn getting fired as well, because I know Gundy was also under that same kind of umbrella of hey, these are the coaches that are on the hot seat coming into the 2025 season. All that to be said, I wouldn't be surprised if Franklin and Napier just switch spots, because Napier's not going to be out of a job for long. That's my thoughts, though. What do you guys think about Coach Napier getting fired? Was it deserved, or should Florida have just sat and waited a little bit, considering who they knew they were going to play this upcoming season? Be sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.